Maselli, Senior Director of International Programs at Brooklyn Law School in New York City. I'm joined today by one of our LL.M students, Nigeli Shapiro, who earned her first degree in law from Mexico. If you're considering practicing law in the U.S., you need to find out what the rules are for admission for lawyers trained abroad in the state where you wish to practice. In New York, there are several steps you must go through, one being the New York State Bar Exam. The Court of Appeals makes the rules as to who can sit for the bar exam and does allow lawyers trained abroad to meet their requirements. The New York State Board of Law Examiners evaluates candidates for eligibility. Nigeli recently went through the process and is here to share with you how it works. Nigeli, how did you learn about the requirements as a lawyer trained in Mexico to be admitted to practice in New York?
Once I decided that I wanted to practice here, the first thing I did was go to the website for the New York State Board of Law Examiners. In my research, I knew that they were in charge of the bar exam, and I needed to know if I could take it. I saw the different legal education information on their site, and it laid out the steps that I needed to take to find out if I was eligible to take the bar.
So what was the first step in the eligibility determination process with the New York State Board of Law Examiners?
Completing the online foreign education form. It assigned me a Board of Law Examiners number and let me know that my university in Mexico was not already on the Board of Law Examiners list of accredited schools, so I needed to provide proof of that.
And what did you do next?
I knew I needed to provide certain documents, including my transcripts from my law school in Mexico, a degree certificate, proof of my school, proof that my school was accredited, and proof that I was admitted to practice law in my country. So I called my university in Mexico, explained to them the documents that I needed. They took a couple of weeks to produce them, and then send them in a sealed envelope with a stamp of the university. I had to pay for them for the transcripts, the translations, and the mailing to the New York State Board of Law Examiners.
And then you wait for a response?
Yes. They communicate through email. So I got an email for each document that I sent, and then an email to tell me that my file was complete. And now I have to wait 6 months to receive a response of them to whether I'm eligible or not to take the bar.
And after you receive the response, what do you do?
Assuming that I'm subject to the cure provision, which most civil law trained lawyers are, then I will successfully complete an approved LL.M program that they require, and then I'll wait until I can do the application for the New York State Bar, which is actually the application to actually sit for the bar.
Great. We hope this conversation has been helpful.